in the beginning, there was us, and we ran 2 minutes late. So we'll make up 1 minute right now.
In crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb and Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb and Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
Welcome in, guys, for another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. We are your hosts. We got sorry, I gotta move my mic. The Trentonators here after prayer tonight. And Trent, did you get a haircut too?
I can't hear you very loud.
Why not? Can you hear
I don't
me
know.
now?
Well, I can now, but you faded out.
Fade out like a photograph. Guys, you know why we faded? It's because YouTube over there is censoring this amazing content. That is exactly why it happened. So to support us, go over there on YouTube and smash that golden like button, but not down, but up, because it supports the channel. Let's freaking go. Smash it like this. Get the camera to rotate. That's how we like to do it in the hood. And over there on Rumble and Kick, we just grow naturally. So if you want, you can still hit the like and subscribe over there, but we just grow because you guys just love this content. It is phenomenal. And what we're going to get into today is Bitcoin pumping. Where is it going? We'll tell you. Don't you worry. And we're going to get into some Sweden news, and we're going to get into some European stablecoin stuff. So, we're going to, again, why does it keep moving, man? It is driving me crazy. Guys, I don't know what to drink today, okay? So what I have to stay hydrated-ish is I got a Voodoo Ranger IPA. And on top of that, Trent hasn't seen this. I haven't seen this yet. Trent, you know what this is?
I'm not on that tab. What's that?
Well, you have to see it. I can't.
I see it now.
Okay.
Right,
Ta-da! It's an American first whiskey. Came with its own little coat for the freezer, and check it out, Trent. Ba-ba-ba-ba. It's a Trumpinator, American whiskey first, guys.
Okay, so it's a straight bourbon. What proof is it?
Straight bourbon whiskey. The golden age of American begins now. 47% alcohol, 94 proof, 750 milliliters. And I just got it today, and I stuck it in the freezer for the show, and so I got to open it right now.
94 proof is solid. What's up, Joe? Thanks for tuning in. If you guys don't know, Joe from Trade Intuition has a channel with a couple thousand subs. Hop over there and support him.
Yes.
Like, subscribe.
Yes.
Don't hop off the video to do it, but like, subscribe.
See if we get a little ASMR pop over here. It's coming. Oh, that smells like America, guys. I just want to pour myself a little bit. Okay, so here's my glass. If you guys haven't seen it, it has a bullet in there. I shot it myself and then pushed it into the glass as it was being forged. Just kidding, guys. Just put a little bit. A little bit. That's good enough. Just a little bit, guys. Just a little bit. We're cheersing on that, guys. This
Today,
is a good test.
I'm bringing you guys a Monk Magic Dynasty. A double dry hopped hazy double IPA from Monkish Brewing Company, coming in at 8.6% even. Got our ASMR pop. Here's the pour as opposed to the rich. And today we're all the rich because Bitcoin is closing daily candles above $120,000.
Heck freaking yeah. Cheers. Cheers. I'm catching up to you.
Cheers. Well, we hopping into the news.
Heck yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. I actually got loaded up. Click, 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 click. Mr. Daniel, welcome in, sir. No, your message was retracted, but I can see that you were in here.
So first up, we've got Miss Eleanor Tourette. Ellie Tourette, for anyone that doesn't know, she's a really good account to follow on X to keep up with everything, all things at the intersection of crypto and Washington, D.C., and especially all things at the intersection of crypto and the SEC and regulatory bodies. She got her start covering the SEC versus Ripple case, the XRP case, and her accounts really blew up following that case. She began covering crypto as an industry, and now she's really like inside scoop Washington DC meets crypto reporter. So this is a must follow account to keep up with
especially because she follows XRP so heavily.
Yeah.
Daniel, just want to let you know I am in an avalanche long right now, and we will be more than happy to dive into AVAX for you.
Heck yeah, let's do it. I officially have my top 3 coins for the rest of the bull run, by the way. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be the biggest pumpers. I'm just saying they're my top 3. But I'm just going to tease it. I'm not going to give it to you right now. A little later in the show. So Ellie Tourette says, as I understand it, the shutdown could affect the Litecoin ETF approval, which I think, what date was that supposed to be? I think it was supposed to be the 3rd, tomorrow. As I understand it, the shutdown could affect the Litecoin ETF approval because the SEC still needs to sign off on the S1 filing, and the agency is operating on a skeleton crew. It's unclear what remaining staff is working / what their priorities are at the moment. Since the generic listing standard went into effect and the agency asked issuers and partner exchanges to withdraw their 19B4s, I'm told the deadlines technically no longer matter. I reached out to the SEC for comment and was told by a spokesperson that because of the shutdown, they are not able to respond to many press inquiries. So, guys, here's the deal. Technically, none of the deadlines matter anymore. However, if a coin already meets the pre-approved SEC guidelines, which basically entail that coin having a presence on an approved exchange, on a tier 1 exchange with futures volume and et cetera, then the filer, the issuer of the ETF, can just go ahead and proceed with the filing. Now, it's unclear to me at this point which of these, the ones that are on the table, technically Doge and XRP already have a spot ETF that's live. Now they have more filings that they're waiting on, for, you know, other issuers to put out their own products, but technically they each have one. We're the next in line that we're waiting to see are ADA, Solana, Litecoin, and Stellar, I believe. So
What about Hedera?
Well, Hedera's original date was for November. The dates don't matter anymore, though. But I'm just saying the ones that we were expecting, like, you know, soon in October, you know, were those ones that I just mentioned. And Ellie right here is saying that she's specifically talking about the Litecoin ETF because that's the first one that was up. But, you know, it could be the case where ADA and Solana both have pre-approval already. So it's a weird thing to kind of grasp right now with the government shutdown, because certain coins, the issuers could just proceed with the listings. However, if a coin doesn't have that pre-approval, it does have to wait on the SEC to approve the S1 page of the filing. Also, because of the new generic listing standards, the SEC can just simply approve these at any time. They can approve all of them at once if they want. The ones that have a deadline in November, they could get moved up and everything could get approved at once. It's literally an any moment scenario because of the new generic guidelines that the SEC passed. It's really good for crypto what they did. They reduced the amount of red tape, reduced the amount of time that a listing has to wait. You know, if it does get delayed, it's 70 days, not 260 days. You know, it's a really great thing for crypto what the SEC did. They reduced red tape, reduced the amount of time it takes, and everything could get approved in one fell swoop. But we're just kind of seeing what effects the government shutdown has right now. Follow Ellie on X, and you're going to be up to date on all of it. So there you go.
Well, yeah, still has been crushing it, Calvin. We said back here near the bottom, you can't see my chart, but we said that we were thinking like 140 for the average cost. So right now it's just at the bottom range of where it can minimally go. And everything else looks pretty good, man, in the market. I'm pretty excited about it. What else you covering, Trent? I don't have too much.
That was it. That was it for me today.
Yeah. I have just a little bit because there hasn't been too much news. You know, though, on Trent's note, something that I heard from X22 report, if you guys don't listen to him, you should because it's awesome, is that he mentioned 61 days into a government shutdown is when Trump has the right to fire all those employees that they talked about. And I haven't personally fact-checked it, but that guy, Mr. X22 report, is a pretty solid character for information.
Well, I heard Caroline Leavitt, you know, the White House press secretary, saying that you know, executive layoffs could like go into effect within days.
I don't know. I don't know. That's just something that I heard, but I think it'd be a good thing, man.
Yeah,
I'm a small government person, not big government.
Yeah.
Oh, did I miss any of these chats in here? Just out of curiosity. Where's my mouse? There it is. Chris says, I'm definitely looking up gold for the rest of the run and for the next few years, as well as Litecoin, ADA, Floki. Floki will hit the bear market low and close to at least. Is it low right now? My top three are ADA, Hosky, and Snack. Hey, there you go. D, not you. You're the big ADA guy. Hey, guys, just out of curiosity, I cut my hair today. What do you guys think? It's like less tickly in my ears. So I was like, I need to get a new haircut, but I always try to hide the hat to hide the bad hair days. And I got my beard growing in. And if you guys didn't know this, I started growing this on day one of our show. And so that just tells you how great of hair I can grow, being the Polish Irish I am. Trent's over there cracking up, mister. He can grow a good beard. He's grown that beard like 4 times since we've started, so that just says the difference we are. Here's what happened in crypto today. I'm going to run through this, guys. European Central Bank picks tech partners for digital euro. So we had the digital Tagan or whatever it is, the Kazakhstan coin, announces a CBDC responsible for a Thursday notice. The ECB said it reached agreements with several or 7 entities, and at least one more expected to be announced to provide services related to managing fraud and risk and secure. Who did they pick? The following framework agreed conclusion with G plus D, and the successful tenderers will work with the ECB to finalize the planning and timeline, said Dr. Ralph Wintergerst. That's a red flag right there. Never trust anybody named Dr. Ralph Wintergerst. The CEO of Gerseka Derivient. Under the guidance of ECB, Governing Council, and in line with the EU, legislation will work to cover up the design, integration, and development of the digital euro service platform, which is really interesting, guys, because didn't Europe just get a digital ID? Like, that is, and now they have a CBDC. That just sounds so not good, man. I would be bearish if I was in Europe. Sorry, anybody out there who's living in Europe. Not my favorite. Man.
Hey, you're muted. You're muted. Tyler, you're muted.
I was saying, Daniel said, Daniel, why keep saying van? Are you meaning to say can? Can you do avalanche? Hey, it's okay. It's going to go up. You don't have to worry. But we'll get into it very, very shortly. Daily, how are you? I'm so happy to see you.
We will chart that for you, Daniel. Don't worry. We will chart it. And AVAX is going to do very well.
He's going to do very well. Some people even say it could go up to $500. So, this is my last article, and then we can jump into your avalanche. Plasma founder Paul Bahaki denied accusations of insider selling for the project native token. XPL dropped more than half its value over the weekend. Well, that's just how it is sometimes. Maybe he did it, maybe he didn't. Actually, before I go in there, I gotta make Daniel wait a little longer. Sorry, Daniel. We're gonna jump over to Bubbles. We'll quick and take a peek, see what we got going on. MYX, here we go. MYX, what's it doing? 1128 right now. It's down 33% for the day. Hey, if you guys didn't know this, Crypto Lifer called a long and it's on X, like right here, or maybe I think it was actually right here. I literally longed it and I closed it right here, and then I re-entered another long right here. So I'm actually killing it. I closed it up at 30% up, and now I'm entering. I don't know where I'm up right now.
Daniel, I'm not holding any AVAX. I do like it though. AVAX is one of the only coins that I sold the top on in 2021. Basically everything else I round tripped, and yeah, I like AVAX. I just can't hold everything. I won't put it up anymore. I'll just tell you what my top 3 coins are right now. And just so you know, I'm not including Cardano native tokens in this, because otherwise I would say Midnight and
BNB.
Midnight and Indigo, right? But my top 3
Pepe.
are for the rest of this bull run are ADA. I want to see if T Square can guess this.
No, I
Why?
don't guess.
Why don't you guess?
Because I just know.
Well, okay, all right. What are they then?
What?
My top 3
Coins?
Yeah,
XRP.
they've changed a little bit. So
XRP.
no,
I'm pretty sure it is.
no,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
no. I rotated out of a lot of it.
Don't listen to Trent. He I've seen his portfolio. He's lying.
I've rotated out of it, I swear. My top 3 coins are ADA, and T Square is gonna laugh at this next one just because of some private reasons. But
Don't say Taylor.
no, ADA, Algorand, and Near.
I kind of like Near, but I wouldn't buy it. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a little bit of it for the rest of this run. It is the blockchain of AI, and it made a very important handshake with ADA this week. So that's kind of why I'm liking it. So.
Well, so we'll have to dive into AVAX because we've been quested it once or twice or 3 times. And just so you know, Mr. Daniel, we did put a call out on AVAX when it was down here, and I was very proud of that call because I said $33, and it literally came dang near, actually just a little bit past it. We called it right here, so you'd say 33 would have been right in this range, and it went up to 36. But hey, I take that any day, man. That was good gains. And currently, we're using Market Cipher, and we're scouting this out. I'm gonna come to the 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour we have Anchor trigger to the downside, but the VWAP's kind of looking like it's pretty mellow. Like it's like it's not making lower lows, and we're not really making higher highs. So we're just consolidating. Anchor trigger wave strength, RSI coming down, but the VWAP money flow looks okay. This is just the 1 hour. Now we come to the 4 hour. We have a doji candle, which is a trend reversal, but with Stokes and RSI are low. We have a baby anchor trigger wave within the momentum wave. Strength is going up. Now, this is where it's going to get a little tricky for you. And even look, we came down to the 21, bounced off. It got rejected. We came back up, came down to the 21, actually broke below it. Didn't close up below it, though. Came back up, rejected. So we've been trailing this. But what I really like is this green dot right here on the 4 hour. And I really like this 12 hour going right here. The money flow has been coming up. It's doing good. The VWAP did not go down any lower. The strength, Stokes, RSI are doing good. We gained some strength. We went from a 0 to a 4, which is showing that we gained some strength. And the bears went from an 8 to a 5, which is showing that we're good. And we're getting above the 21. So why I put a long in earlier today is because we broke above the 21. I put it on the 15 minute, was it? Back right here. I said we broke up. I'll put my trade in. I'm up. I've been writing it out. I didn't get scared out. I'm still in it. We're breaking. We're going to retest the 21. This is our low. This is not a lower low. This is our high. This isn't a lower high yet. And we can get above the 21. We will continue. On the 4 hour, we can continue break up. No problems. No problems. I can think the next range we could go into would be $32 right here on the 4 hour. The 12 hour looks good. We have a green dot. We haven't flipped a red dot. We were close right there, but still going though. Green money flow is going good. We can go up, man. Go up to 32, maybe even higher than 32. We could push up to 33, maybe even get a higher high. Now, what we got going for us on the daily, we have a tight trigger wave. I love tight trigger waves. I play them out. They do work out a lot of the time for me. There was one that worked out good. This one, I don't know if it worked out good. You would have got in right here and you would have kept going. So that would have worked out pretty good too. There was another tight one right next. There's two back to back. Boom, it worked out good. So there's three. You could go back over here. That one, I think that's one didn't play out, but this one right here did play out. Boom, we went up. You would have made money on that. So just looking back at the history, just off those little green dot trigger waves, it looks really good, especially because the money flow is thick. The VWAP is above the zero line. We got strength, Stokes. They're high, but they're continuing going up. Now that leads, this AVAX kind of does a little bit what Bitcoin does. The 2 day, we don't have the green dot yet, but the money flow has been getting thicker and the VWAP's heading up. So it's probably that we're going to go up. We have the 3 day. The 3 day, we have a doji candle, which is a sign of a trend reversal. These two red candles right here. In fact, you can literally see 13, 16, 7, which is showing that the bears are losing strength. So this is looking a pretty good sign. And if you really want to zoom out, you have an inverted head and shoulders. Okay, boom, that was straight money. Then you have a big cup and handle now we got going on, and we could see a move on the 3 day on AVAX, which is projecting, to next week. I mixed up this chart. That was close enough, I guess. Maybe a little bigger. We could be looking at a move of $46 for AVAX by next week. So, man, just don't worry, bro. AVAX is going to be okay. It's a good blue chip. That's all I got, man. I mean, Daniel, it's okay, man. If you have to ask so vigorously, which I have no problem helping you. Okay, so you stuck around, so good for you. But that's what's telling me. I'm just saying this as a friend. You might have too much in that trade. You just might. Because the trick to trading is to be able to do it without your emotion involved.
Yeah.
Involved.
I think he's holding spot, but similar principle though. If you're overexposed.
Yeah.
That's why
I would not sell.
No, don't do that. If you have conviction in that coin, this is not a good time to sell. And look, I have conviction in AVAX too. I'm just not a holder. I used to hold it. I like it. I can't buy everything. But AVAX to me is not a coin that you should be thinking about selling at this point in the cycle. coins that you should be thinking about selling at this point in the cycle are somehow if you had some Aster that, pumped 5x, after you got in.
Hey, Trent, one coin that we did some alpha on that people took for granted on us and laughed at us, DCA and Prey.
Even like, there were some people in our community that took profits on Crow when it pumped and everything else was staying stagnant. T-Square was one of them. Like, did they sell all of their Crow? No, because we don't fully exit positions. Not positions that we have conviction in, right? We don't fully exit positions, but they took some profit while Crow was up and everything else was flat, so they could rotate it. That's when you take profits. Not selling AVAX right now, in my opinion.
Also, with this coin, Trent, I'm gonna say it, man. We were talking about this coin, George's coin. Yes, I know it's George. Some people hate him, some people don't. I don't mind him. We talked about his coin.
He is right about that.
We dropped it. We said, hey, dude, I think it's gonna keep going. I said this at 10 million. And if you listen to me, less than a week, you'd be up a 7x. And George today said that no influencers are talking about his coin. And I was like, we are, because I paid attention to it. And, I've been listening to him talk, man. I think it's going to do good. And currently my wife and I made a bet yesterday. Trent wasn't here on the show. And it currently was sitting at 17 million when we made this bet. And she's like, it's no way it's going to go to 40. It's going to go to 40 million. It's going to rug. I said, no, it's not. I said, I don't think so. And it went up to today. It doubled. It went up to 80 million. It doubled her prediction of what it wouldn't even do. So now I'm like, rug it. I mean, I'm rubbing it in a little bit, and I think it might continue, but we will have to see. It is what it is. Welcome in, Dino, or Dino Magini. I hope I said that right. Laney and Dino here. What's up? How you doing, man? Where you from? Where you guys from? Chris, where you from? Share. Tell us. I'm interested. Now, also, where you caught your conviction going on with AVAX, it tends to also follow Bitcoin, So Bitcoin is coming down. Money flow is so freaking thick right now, okay? And we didn't make a lower low. We came down kind of almost, didn't even quite make it to the 21. The 4 hours is kind of showing a little bit of a breather, but I don't know how deep of one. And what I mean by that, we went from a -3.0 to a 9 for the bull, saying that we got some strength coming in for the bull, sorry, bears. Why does it have to be B for bulls, B for bears? It just gets confusing. Now, we have a little bit of a doji candle, so we might get a little bit of reversal to 118 on the 4 hour, so tomorrow, but we've been pumping really good. 12 hours still shows that we could have a little bit more strength in RSI, like freaking our max on Stokes at 93. It's doing great. Money flow is doing good. VWAP still coming up. Now, what I really liked on Bitcoin and why I think we're still going to hit an all-time high this week, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's like in the next 6 days, is we have open doors on the daily. Stokes RSI are low and flying up. Strength is flying up. The strength is so good at saying, guys, don't worry, I'm going to carry you. The 2-day, we have an anchor trigger wave. Stokes are going up. Stokes and RSI are going up, and strength is going up. Open doors on the VWAP. Man, if I was Trent, I would sell everything he had and put a long 25x on Bitcoin right now. Now, the 3-day, we have an anchor trigger wave VWAP coming up. Money, that's not financial advice, guys. Anchor trigger wave coming in on the 3-day for Bitcoin, which is probably going to lead into AVAX. Maybe AVAX is actually a foretelling indicator that we have going for us. Money flow is going in, strength, RSI are going up. Now, what we just got today that we didn't have yesterday, we got some more data on the 5-day. And the 5-day, for the first time in like 3 or 4 weeks, we got a green dot on the 5-day. In fact, we went from a -5 to a 7 to a 15, so it's doubled its strength. And if I have I'm a gambling man. I'm a betting man. And to me, this is beginning. This looks like to me it's the beginning of another one of these style legs. And I would peg it. What trend line? That's what I want. I'm probably gonna chop a little bit of this out. I'm not gonna readjust it, guys. It's okay. I'm just do what I mean and not what I say. It's chill. This puts Bitcoin at a top of about 147, and Trent charted up to 165. We all have our own predictions. Now, maybe it will go up to 165 on a wick. I've been saying this entire bull run, my Bitcoin top on a traditional 4-year cycle will be 140 to 180, which is kind of a bit of a range. But I think what probably could happen is if we go up to 180, that will be on a wick that will last like 2-3 days, and we might hang out between 140 and 150 for like a couple weeks, and that could be the top. So, but we have a green dot on the 5-day, which is brand new. That's good. We have a green dot on the 8-day. We have a green dot on the 2 week, and we almost have one on the 2 week, guys. This looks pretty good. It does. And if you could do the measure move right here, I mean, we are sitting roughly at, oh, that's a little tighter, about 150. That's just what I think. Call me crazy, call me a saint. I'm just giving you the best of my tea. Hey.
My thought on those coins, Chris, especially like sand. Look, there's going to be a time where it has a really nice pump, and it's going to be short-lived, in my opinion. Like, that's just, this is not TA. I can't remember the last time I charted Sandbox. Okay, this is just me looking back at, you know, going on 5 years in crypto and thinking to myself, yeah, this is how these things behave, right? Like, these things are going to have a nice pump. The tokenomics have changed so much on Sandbox that I don't know if I expect an all-time high, right? There's, you know, tens of thousands of new coins that have entered the market that are all competing for liquidity. And there's so much more sand tokens than there were in 2021 because of the token inflation, the emission. So the tokenomics have changed so much. Like, don't get caught up looking at an $8 Sandbox. Like, it's gonna pump, and if you feel like you want to like throw a flyer at it because it's gonna pump, that's fine. I would just sell every last bit of it if it gets a big move, especially if everything else is like flat comparatively.
Yeah.
I hope that helps.
Well, and I want to also point out as a reference, because Cardano seems to be a lagger in the moves, but it outperforms huge giant moves when it performs. So with me, this is just a reference for your Avalanche, okay? If I bought XRP, which I hold a lot, I hold a cubic Aston, like, you think I hold a lot. Okay, so if it goes up, let's say $10 and like this month, and I come back and look at Cardano and it's like $1.10, I am going to sell every single piece of XRP I have, and I'm going to put it into Cardano. Why would I do that? Because the likelihood of Cardano hitting an all-time high and above would be way higher than XRP going to $20. And I think XRP can go to $19.27. I've said it this entire time on this show. I think it could go even a little higher than that. Now, you call me crazy. It's okay. You know, I wouldn't say I'm an XRP max. I'm very diversified, but I just telling you what I think XRP can get to. Now, why would I do that? Is because if I could look at something that I think is a solid pick, and I can still 2, 3, 4x, and the bull run's not over yet, then I might as well shift around the funds. What Trent just did. He's like, dude, he thinks XRP is only going to $10. He goes, ADA is going to possibly 10x from here. So for him, he was like, why would I risk, you know, a 2, 3x when I can get a possible 10x from his Cardano trade? That's why he's shifting his money, and he's trying to be strategic. And a lot of people, you know, sometimes it takes risk to make money, and it just is. You know, a lot of millionaires, and I probably could even say billionaires, cough Donald, that there are some coins that you can, or not coins, but some businesses you'll start and actually go bankrupt in, and then you can learn what mistakes you did and then do it again even faster. So yeah, daily best game coins is Beam, hands down. I sure hope so, man. I hold a lot of Beam, and Alex Becker got me to buy it at the top, and I was not paying attention, man. I let my dick get trampled.
Well, two things, you know, Daniel is 500 AVAX a good amount to have? You know what? I'm not gonna answer any more AVAX questions after this, but I just only because I don't have nothing against it. Only because we have to move on with the rest of the show and everyone else, has stuff too. But I will do this for you, Daniel.
I didn't cover Ethereum either, Trent. I don't know if you want to do that or not, or maybe fine. Total too, just see what the altcoins are doing.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that. So if I go to AVAX on the 3-day chart, and if I'm viewing this as a cup and handle, and I'm gonna bring this down like that.
Is that a short, long term, Chris? I have a long on AVAX, and I think it's going to keep going.
And then I take a measured move, and I say that this is the handle over here.
What's up, LT? Welcome in, brother. How you doing, man? Pepe, my brother, how are you doing? I missed you. I was just telling Trent today that I haven't seen you in a minute. You used to be on every single show, Pepe. I love you, Pepe. I was thinking about GIG. Welcome in. It's been a hot minute since I've seen you too. I was telling Trent that I wanted. I was telling my wife. Trent, you're not my wife. Sorry, but I was thinking about buying Clash and doubling my money and just throwing all my money into Pepe because I love Pepe.
He's joking, guys. He's joking, guys. So look, this cup and handle, I have it pointing up here at 77 cents or $77. But then look what happens right there is the liquidity gets pretty thin up there, like AVAX is only spent, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, maybe like 17 weeks above that green line. So the liquidity gets pretty thin up there, and you can punch through that, pretty quick. So, look at what happened the last time it tapped that level. Now the tokenomics are different, I'm sure, but is 500 AVAX a good amount to hold? Well, if it goes to $100, that's 50 grand. If it goes to $200, that's 100 grand. I think 500 AVAX is a very good amount to hold, in my opinion. Ada and Google, baby, exactly. Hey, I put out a video. I'm just gonna link it in the description if you can talk for a minute, G-Square.
Oh yeah, you should. We're gonna look up Chris. You were telling me about Redstone yesterday, right? Well, we let Trent pull up the video. Let's take a look at Redstone, see where it's at. Because it was so wild. There we go. Oh my goodness. I knew couldn't keep up, dude. That was way wild, which is crazy though to say, because Redstone, it did do crazy wicks like that before. So here was the wick we were looking at yesterday. Dude, straight up, man. But then you go back, a couple weeks ago, it did that straight up thing again and kept going. So and then back here we did a straight up one. There's a straight up one. It looks like it actually has a kind of like maybe it's some manipulation kind of going on. But man, that was a good solid wick though. On what time frame was that? I remember we looked at it yesterday. It came right up to the 21. Regardless, man, that was good, dude. I hope everybody made some gains on that. I was like, I'm not going to get in right now.
I did a pretty big Cardano update today and put out a video about it. So I linked that in the description. The Spark Notes, maybe I'll cover more, when we get to Cardano Spotlight. But the Spark Notes are the Google, this is what was covered in the video, the Google partnership, the Near Protocol Intents partnership, and the idea that the Foundation and Charles and Emergo and Midnight all talked to a tier 1 stablecoin that's going to be coming to Cardano. And they did not announce what it is. and then also the last part of the video was just me charting ADA, saying that I believe that we're getting back to $3 $3.22 to be exact, within the next 8 weeks. So now, do I believe it can go higher? Yes. I also have a monthly cup and handle that can send data up to, over $6. So it just all depends, but we gotta let the shorter term things play out first, see where we're at, and then go from there. It's a very real possibility that we go into 2026. So both of those things can be right. That we pierce $3 within the next 8 weeks or so. And it can also be true that we're going to $6 or $7, but maybe next year. So yeah, we'll see.
Man, you got everybody going right now in the chat about Cardano.
Yeah, man. ADA gang. Look, Cardano community. But if you were an OG BitBoy fan, then it's ADA gang.
Dude, I freaking love Sneck. Sneck's a good coin. So
Now,
Joe, how does everybody know your name? Just out of curiosity.
Hey, he has an audience. How do you think?
No, I mean his real name.
Oh, because he says it.
Oh,
yeah.
I missed that.
I'm
always used to calling him Trade Intuition.
Now, so if I go to here's another thing to chart. If I'm going to go to total,
and why does Charles hate the Cardano Foundation?
We also just met Joe. So to us, he's still we met him as Trade Intuition. I say it at the beginning of my show, exactly. Yeah, I've been in there watching you, Joe, in the mornings.
What time do you stream, Joe?
Let's see here. Total.
I don't know if I'm subscribed to you on my personal channel. I should sub to you.
Oh yeah.
Joe is king. Yeah, Joe is the Tiger King. Joe Exotic. Okay.
So we have the total crypto market cap. Piercing all-time highs, closing its largest weekly candles. I mean, the weekly hasn't closed yet. But...
Daniel, Avalanche is going to go to $1,000 this year. Don't even spend $100.
I don't know about that.
Not financial advice.
Total crypto market cap is making new highs. We're at the point. If we go back to the point in time where the total market cap made new highs in 24.
Hey Trent, you should take a look at the next segment I have preloaded.
Okay, I think I know what it is. Then you look what happened after that. And then if you go back to 2021 and you look at when the total let me go to the weekly. When the total market cap made new all-time highs in 2021, I mean, man, we were absolutely, well, that's 17, I'm sorry. Let's see, 21. Yeah, right here. When the total crypto market cap pierced that high in 2021, we flew, if I bring the measuring tool out, $240%. 240% in
Hey, Daniel, just so you know, it's okay to troll because you can ask Trent. I am the king of trolls. When me and Trent first met, it's okay. I'm a garbage guy. I'm a garbage guy.
Do you think Daily said Daniel is trolling at this point out?
Maybe Daily's trolling.
No, Daily's definitely not trolling. Look, Daily, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I had that thought myself, but I don't mean that in a negative way. I don't mean that. I'm not attributing it,
Yo,
any
Mind Brothers.
malicious. I don't. I'm not attributing any malicious intent to that. I'm just saying, I had the thought. Take the bet.
Hey guys, we're coming over to my favorite segment.
Everyone needs their friendly neighborhood troll.
Yeah, we're coming over to my favorite segment. I didn't know Chan was going to throw me up all of a sudden. I was not ready for that. He ninja'd me in the back of my ear. And I just want to point out, hey, we partnered up with Bitfire. You can ask Chris. They're a great exchange. You can not just ask Chris, but you can ask us because we use them as well. But no KYC, no VPN. Save 20% on your trading fees when you use our link in the description. Plus, if you're guys that want to learn, you can actually deposit $100 and get a $60 bonus, 60% of your money. If you're green and you want to dip your feet in the water, that's fine. If you're a little bit more advanced and you're a little more cash line, you can deposit $500 and get a $100 bonus. If you're skilled, like the next level up, you can deposit $1,000 and get a $200 bonus, which is 20%, which is fine. I mean, these are all 20%, but this is the best bonus in the game. And if you're more advanced, like me and Trent, you can deposit $5,000 and get a $1,000 bonus. I know this event says it's only good until September 30th, but it actually got extended, so you don't have to worry about that. It's extended for 2 weeks. We already talked to Alex over there, the head of partnerships, so we're good, guys. And then what you don't know is you don't have to use just stablecoin deposit. You can use Cardano, you can use XRP, you can do Avalanche. If you have Avalanche, you can deposit it in here, get your bonus, and then move your AVAX back to cold storage.
You can use a little bit of all of it,
Yeah, I mean, that's what's there is take advantage. And not just that, guys, but even Trent will tell you this part's kind of slick, which is kind of funny to show on this screen. But you also actually get access to our VIP channel.
Expand your screen a little bit.
Expand it. It's kind of weird because I have it on like my widescreen. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh,
maybe I'll move. I'm gonna move it for a second. How's that? That might work. What? What just happened?
Maybe I'll go to it over here and you can talk.
It just moved.
So yeah, we have swing signals, market analysis, and scalp signals that get put out every day. Last night's signal that came in at 9:14 p.m. Well, what price is Link sitting at right now? Can you tell me that? What price is Chainlink at right now?
Oh, well, that was weird. We were both on the same exact spot on the thing, and I was like, all right, am I looking at your screen or my screen? Price of Chainlink's at $3.62.
Oh God. No, for real though.
I'm trying to go there. I was trying to buy myself time to scroll.
Oh. Well, yeah. So the entry given last night was between $21.90.
$22.83.
Okay. So last night it put out the entry at 9:14 p.m. long. Sometimes it tells you how much leverage to use. It doesn't always do that. Guys, the way this works is that the VIP signals aggregate this data from all of the top ROI traders on the exchange. And these are different traders with different trading styles that trade different coins. So sometimes, look, we were seeing, if I go over here to scalp signals, we were seeing a bunch of, launch coin. I don't even know what that is, but someone traded on 10X and made 45%. We had some trades on TA. I actually followed these trades myself. And TA is like a coin that's numbered 900 something down on the list. So you get a really good mix of stuff. You get a really good mix of top coins, solid coins, and some shitters. So,
Shitter, I don't even know her.
Shitter, I don't even know her. So last night, it gave this link setup for a swing long at between 21.90 to 21, and it gives you 4 take profit levels and a stop loss. So if you're a trader that has not developed the discipline of running with a stop loss, setting your take profit levels. You know what they say, if you have to watch your trade, it's because your stop loss and your take profit are not doing the work by themselves. So if you need to develop that discipline, don't trade with your whole bag. Trade with your bonus that you get. And demo trade these signals at first if you have to. And develop that discipline. Exercise that muscle. And then maybe one day you're going to be buff like Joe. Yeah, man. Yeah, that covers that though. But yeah, Chris, I've used Blowfin as well. We also do have a link to Blowfin in the description, but the deals are so much better with BYDFi, and they're definitely our number one exchange partner of choice. I don't know that actually anyone has signed up with Blowfin, but I mean, I have it down at the bottom of the description just in case there's that person on a hill somewhere that's like, no, it's the only exchange I trade on. Then, I mean, all right, we got one, but that's about that. I have demo trades in as we speak and real trades too. That's the way to do it. Always practicing no matter what. And you know what? I did that. I mapped out a couple demo trades, yesterday before I made some pretty significant adjustments to my positions and entered some new positions, Algorand, and I already entered that one, and I'm looking at a new position on Near, but I'm not fixed on that one yet. What's up, Chara?
How bullish are you on? Hey, Chara, I don't know if you saw in the Discord. I responded back to you how to get silver for $1.50 an ounce. Trent, how bullish are you on Altcoin? Would you take a look at it?
Ooh, I'll take a look at anything.
That's the one that we don't usually think about, and I wanted to put it on the radar.
Yeah, take a look at anything. I'm not a fan of it, but man, that's brutal.
I can't see it.
Oh. So, let me go to the daily. It falls into this category of coins for me that are not above the 200-day moving average.
So does that mean is that a sign of something to enter, or you think that's saying it's probably dead?
No. It doesn't mean it's dead. For a lot of coins, that actually means.
Good night, Joe.
For a lot of coins, that actually means most of the run is still ahead of it. Like the graph, for example. GRT is not above its 200-day moving average, but to me, that just means it has the entire length of its run still ahead of it. But I mean, with something like Altcoin, I do have to ask myself whether or not I need this to prove something to me. GRT, I don't need it to prove itself to me. Right? It's already done that, and it's done that in this cycle. So GRT, I can say, look, it's not above its 200-day, but to me, that just means there's more run for it. Yeah. With something like Altcoin, I can't say that with confidence. So for that reason, and look, this is a lower low. I mean, if we look just even within the month of September, just with this is September 1st right here. So just within September, I mean, it's like piercing new lows. It has a few green candles now, but the Stokes are already overheated. I mean, I don't know. I don't like it personally. I also have no idea what the token inflation has done. Off topic, I'm curious. Have you two all been always friends in real life? What's the story? Yeah. You want to tell, or you want me to tell it?
You go ahead and lead into it.
Well.
Okay, I'm a garbage man.
Once upon a time, in January, guys, we only met in January of this year. And I know that sounds like kind of risky, like going into business together, you know.
You know why though we went into business together, Trent? Is we both have a passion for crypto. We both have a passion for the Lord and Savior, number one. Mm-hmm. And we both have
Yeah.
passion for good brew.
Yeah. Right. So, Daniel, can I join you guys, please? So we met each other. I don't say this often anymore, but we met each other in Cobb County, Georgia, because we went out to attend. Oh,
I was just gonna say you could tell the whole story. I led a little bit about it yesterday with Chris, because Chris is
okay.
Frankie Candles.
Got you. Yeah, we met each other in Cobb County, Georgia, because we both went out there to attend a court hearing that BitBoy was at. And the reason why was because I worked for BitBoy at the time, writing scripts. T-Square was the Pluto Alliance manager, or still is. It's an independent thing now, as it doesn't belong to anyone that had anything to do with any of the drama. But and T-Square went out there because to support. I'll put it that way, and to support Ben. Like we still to this day we want to see the best for Ben. We both worked at Hit Network even back then. We were never on camera personalities. That's why, for some other people, they were already known because they were on camera while they were there. I was happy writing scripts. Like, I could have written scripts for the rest of my life and like just invested in crypto and been happy with it. Like I was like in the camp of like, hey, let me help Ben's channel succeed, and like I'm good writing scripts. Like we started this channel because crypto is about disintermediation. We started this channel because crypto is about getting rid of intermediaries, and Ben was going through his struggles earlier this year. I could see it happening, and I thought to myself, like, you know what? Crypto is about getting rid of intermediaries. So it's probably time that I stop writing for him. That's not to say that I don't like Ben. I wish him the best. But it's probably time to make our own way in the content creation space, right? And, me and T-Squared met each other out there in Georgia, and we clicked, and we discovered that we both... that we were both gospel-centered and Christ-centered, and we both loved craft beer, and we both loved crypto, and we both had a history with Ben. And it just made sense to do this together. So yeah.
And it just kind of worked out, man. It just felt like a God thing, to be honest with you. I don't think I ever would have started without Trent. I don't know if Trent would have ever started without me.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, Oregon, man, dude, you're like my neighbor, dude. I'm over out here in Seattle.
Yeah.
We got Daily say we should start a Brew Crew club. But we have a Discord, and hopefully someday the most hydrated Discord out there. We hope someday to have our own brew, man. At least I think so. And
yeah. And then we're gonna brew. We're gonna do our own home brew for sure.
Yeah, and we'll probably come out. I've had a bunch of different ideas for NFTs, and being part of the Pluto Alliance, I saw what worked, and I saw what didn't work, and I know exactly how we can do it to make it succeed. I know a lot of people say that, but man, Pluto Alliance could have been so great, man. It could have been so great.
Daniel, you can be a guest on the show. We've done that in the past.
Absolutely, Daniel.
Yeah, we did that with a couple community members, and that's one of the things about our vibe that you guys are going to see is that like we could blow up past 6-figure subs, and we would still it would be a more of a difficult process, but we would still we would still want to have members of the community on the show. It's just a cool vibe. I don't see anyone else out there doing it. And yeah, we like to just hang out with the community sometimes. We're not taking we don't have the capacity for like a third business partner or anything, but we can just hang out on the show.
Hey, if you want to jump on, man, we could probably have you on tomorrow. You just send us an email, bro. Just say, hey, blockchainandbrew@gmail.com. Say, hey, I'm Daniel, and I want to come on your show and kick butt. The only thing we ask is don't do anything weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
You'll get permanent banned if you do anything weird.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, where am I at?
You were gonna lead into why you're bullish on 8.
Oh, I'm not. But I will say, because I just entered a position on Algo.
Did you really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A big one. Not this Algo. What the heck? Algo USDT. I don't mean on the show. I entered it last night, but so here's what I'm seeing. So you've got this like falling wedge going on the daily, and the price has just recovered the 200-day moving average. So like we talked about this a minute ago, right? In my mind, there's a difference between coins that are above their 200 daily and coins that are below their 200 daily. And then also Algorand just put in a bullish MACD cross down here on the daily. And I think that Algorand can make us a serious run at $2, and that's nothing to shake a stick at. And you're talking about a number 50 coin asking a 10x from it with under a $2 billion market cap. Guys, what's easier to get a 10x from? Something under a $2 billion market cap, or Cardano that's $30 billion? Like I believe that Cardano can do a 10x, but $8 might be outside of the realm of what we can hit. I don't know. We have to see when we get there. But so yeah.
Oh, it's cracking up. Daily says, every time you say daily, it sounds like you're saying my name. LOL.
Headed to Floki right now for you. Let's see. Floki is attempting to break that 200 daily. No pun intended. Now Floki also is just barely put in this bullish MACD cross. Let me look at the 3-day. So the stochastic RSI is bottoming out on the 3-day, right there. The RSI is turning bullish on the 3-day. We have like a hidden bullish divergence on the 3-day for Floki, where the price, there's a swing up on the price with actually it's not. Never mind. I was gonna say a swing down on the RSI, but it's not, because it would line up back here, not right there. So forget that I said that. But I mean, it's still nonetheless, it's forming a higher low. So market structure is bullish on the macro. We got a low, a higher low, and a higher low. So if I were to draw a fib from right here, I mean, it's got to make a serious retest at this golden pocket up here, which happens to line up with that 21 moving average. So, the first thing it needs to do is get above that 21 moving average. And, with the low stochastics, the bullish MACD cross on the daily, and this bullish engulfing candle right here with tweezer bottoms on the 3-day. Guys, these tweezer bottoms are a very powerful bottoming formation. It sounds silly, but it's not that silly. I mean, if you go back and look, although I don't see the best examples of this on Floki. If I change the time frame, I bet you that
Them Brews are hitting Trent already.
So, look,
Why
you have,
did you?
you have tweezer bottoms right here and tweezer bottoms right here, and it led to some very big, some very important bottoms. You had tweezer bottoms right here, and it led to a rally. You had tweezer bottoms right here, and the rally failed. But when you did go on to bottom, it was a tweezer bottom that did it, followed by a bullish engulfing candle. So, over here on the 3-day, what do you have? You have this tweezer bottoms with a bullish engulfing candle. So,
Why did you, Daniel? How did you get into AVAX?
oh, I was not up on the screen at all.
Oh, I thought you were just talking.
No. But you're looking at the same screen that I am. You can see if I'm on the screen.
Well, I was rotating. I was looking at this chart because I'm in a trade, and I looked away for 1 second, and all of a sudden I'm like 30, 20. I'm down 56%.
Oh,
And I'm like, I'm about to get liquidated.
Well,
Which is okay because I took profits earlier, so my liquidation's not as bad as it is. But I don't have a stop loss. If I did have a stop loss, I would have been stopped out. And
Yeah.
I think it might have bottomed. So I was like, did it bottom, or am I about to get smashed?
anyways, this is what it was. Tweezer bottoms on the 3-day, followed by a bullish engulfing candle, low stochastics, and on the daily, you've got that bullish MACD cross down here. So those are the spark notes. You guys should do a show about exit plan for this cycle. Not many people. Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's because a little bit is that nobody really knows when the cycle is going to end. I'm traditionally a 4-year cycle type of guy, so that's what I'm kind of looking at right now. And I'm trying to stay on a 4-year type of cycle until I could see an extension. And I'm probably like
for me, an exit plan should have nothing to do with when the cycle is going to end.
Well,
and that's the power of an exit plan.
I have dollar amounts in my head that I would expect. If I hit, I'm done like that.
Yeah.
DCA in, DCA out. So that's what everybody says. But you know how hard that actually is? Like, coming from like a real person, like, it's so hard to DCA out.
Yeah, but you know what?
People done it successfully.
I had to learn how to do it. And to be fair, I've done it out of low leveraged positions. But, I was making, I know this sounds crazy, but I was making $1,600 a week writing scripts for Ben. Technically, me and my wife both did, work for him. So we made that together on top of a good job that she has at the school district. So it's, and then earlier this year when he went entered into his troubles, that kind of went away. And I had to learn really quickly how to DCA out. And what I did was I took a lot of XRP into a CoinM futures trade on BYDeFi. So I was getting paid in XRP when the profit was coming in. And I had to learn how to take some profits when I need to pay bills. So is what it is. But it's a good lesson, and I'm grateful for it no matter what. So let's see here. Here's an exit plan. Just sell it all now. If it drops, it's gonna get better. Something like that. I'm out at 420 for ADA. Yeah, look, I'm out of a very large leverage position for ADA. I'm out at the retest of a new all-time high, because I'll be pretty set when that happens. But then I have a whole nother bag that like I might not sell even if we get to $6, or I might sell half of it, But I'm definitely have a good amount of ADA that I'm not going to sell no matter what. Just because it's better for me as a content creator. Like, I need to have exposure. And not just as a content creator, but as an investor too. Look, Warren Buffett is the most successful investor of all time, and it's all spot, that we know of. It's mostly spot, and it's mostly DCA. So it's better for me as an investor that I have some set aside that I'm just not going to touch under any circumstances for years and years and years. And it's better for me as a content creator that like I keep the exposure and keep my heart in it. Because I watched people, I'm not going to name names, but I watched people that were like not really all in the market and just kind of eating up like the affiliate commission money that comes in on YouTube and just eating it up. And like, not really as like, heart behind their heart behind their words as you might think. So, I don't want to be that. I want to feel the same thing everyone else is feeling when the market's going down. Now, I mean, if I'm padded with a bunch of cash on the side because we've become successful here, then I'm not going to feel exactly what everyone feels. But I mean, anyways, I think you guys get the point. Y'all hedging right now on Bitcoin or XRP? I mean, not really, but it depends what you mean by that. I mean, I'm not really hedging against the possibility of going into a bear market right now. So yeah, like I could get hurt. I'm hedged against a dip because I'm good if we have a dip. I'm not going to get liquidated. I have my spot bags, I'm good going down to some really low levels. But yeah. Another thing I've been hearing a lot lately is the phrase, don't marry your coins. I had a crazy attachment at first, and I realized they're there to make money. I mean, I named my cat Floki. I get it. I get that. I do have a long-term commitment to ADA, though, philosophically.
Because
yeah,
crypto is going to lead to the end of the world. Why did I not buy Bitcoin in 2017? I'll tell you. It's because I was like, revelations. One world government, one world currency, one world everything. I'm like, yeah, that's the future. That's crypto, 100%. I don't want anything to do with that. Just biblically, I ain't gonna touch it. And then I was like, one day I realized, I was like, you know what? I can't stop revelations from happening.
Right.
God gave me this brain. Why don't I try to glorify his kingdom and make money at the same time with the brain that he's given me and use the gifts that he's gifted me with? Like, you know what? I think I like this idea. I'm going to do this. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. And then I met Trent. And now look at us go.
Yeah, man.
He has his own meme coin, and I have the
I know.
For the future.
Is there anything urgent, or should I go into Cardano
Cardano
Spotlight.
Well, you know what? I'm going to take it over first in just a quick
Oh.
second, and then we're going to go to Cardano Spotlight because I had closed my trade at a loss, since 60% loss. And, if I was watching this channel, I probably would have been okay. But let me tell you why I closed it out. We're on the 2-minute chart, okay? So I opened it up. I don't know. I think it was like right here. Oh, yeah, I was using leverage. It might have even been right here. And I looked away for 1 second, and I didn't realize that we just flew. Zippity doo dah, zippity day, but that's how it is, And luckily for me, guys, I trade with money that
I just got that notification too, do not you?
I'll read in a second, so I don't lose my train of thought. I trade with money that I'm okay losing with, and that's how you're supposed to trade. And why did I close it out? It's because I was watching this. We fell down. I was actually swapped to the 1 minute too. We got up above the 21. And when Chair was talking, he's like, you didn't get on the screen. I'm like, well, I'm watching this very carefully. And because we came down right here, like, oof, and we're back up, oof, we're back up. And why did I close this? Because we broke below the 21. And I'm really close. My liquidation price was right here. And I closed it out. And there's a chance that, maybe it'd come back around. But then, so what I did is I broke to the 2 minute. 2 minute, rejected out the 21, rejected out the 21, broke below 21, rejected out the 21, DBSI 18, 22, 23. We're getting more open doors to the downside. The VWAP's looking okay. The Stokes RSI are going good strength, but I'm like, I don't know if I can hold it up. If they get a nasty wick, I'm out of this trade. That's just how it is. I jumped to the 4 minute. I kind of looked it up. I'm like 7 to a 12. The longer time frame is saying we have more downwards action. The green dot's trying to play out, but the VWAP, Stokes RSI strength are coming down. So I was like, okay, let's check out a larger time frame, see if I can survive it. We have the 15 minute says we're okay. But then you jump out to the larger time frame. It says the 1 hour says we're going down, bro. We went from a 6 to a 14, like more than double the amount of pressure coming down. It looks like to me a fake out breakdown. We have a red dot coming down, money flows coming down, VWAP's just breaking down, Stokes RSI. I'm gonna have to be out for the hour. So now I know that I have to be out within an hour. I jump back over to my 3 minute time frame, so I have 20 candles. Do I think at any sort of point this is gonna come back up? No, I'm not feeling it, to be honest with you. And the 1 minute. Granted, I was looking back over here. We broke below the 21. I'm like, I'm just out, dude. I'm out. Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe it does come back out. But the 1 minute says double the pressure that we're going to go down, even double this. So next candle, I expect to be out even before that on the 1 hour. The 4 hour, I came over to it. And it's a 17-17 for more downwards pressure. Now, granted, we're at this area of support. Like, it's maximum area. You just see the wicks, Okay, if it falls below, dude, it's dropping like $3. And I might look into getting back in like around there. If it drops there, maybe it won't. But to me, the 12 hour also is screaming a 17, 14, 17. So I have to be out of that trade within an hour.
Yeah.
Well, I'm liquidated. So I might as well just get out.
Yeah. Yeah. So like one of the best disciplines to master, and one of the hardest, is knowing when to cut off a trade. With all of this talk in the chat about eschatology, the study of the end times, the Greek word is the word eschaton.
You know what book I just listened to today? The Book of the Giants. I'm almost at the end of it. I didn't realize, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but they stated, because they read the verses and then they give an analogy of what they're translating. And they said the Book of the Giants, which, guys, the two books that aren't in the Bible, at least that I know of, is the Book of Enoch and the Book of the Giants. And the Book of the Giants is written by the Nephilim, or, the hybrids back then. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
Well, I don't consider those biblical. I'm not against reading them because Enoch is quoted in the Book of Jude. I think they're fine to read, and there's some glimmers of truth in them, maybe. But
I think there's more glimmer of truth.
They're not inspired by God, in my opinion.
Enoch is more like a history lesson of
right.
it. That's all. They're more like, I'd almost classify them like side books.
Same thing with the Maccabees, the book, the extra books in the Catholic Bible, which we call the Apocrypha. But with all the no, look.
Oh, I heard that too. They remember like the rapture's happening. I'm like, that's not true.
Guys,
find out the rapture's happening on TikTok, You know, it's not true.
There's one thing that I've done professionally in my life longer than crypto, and that's that's biblical exposition. I'm a preacher, actually. I teach classes on a whole range of topics, from New Testament theology to apologetics but more the thing that I love to teach more than anything is eschatology, the study of the end times. The Greek word is the word eschaton, which means last things in Greek. And so eschatology is the study of the last things, or the end times. And my take on the rapture is that a pre-tribulation rapture, this idea that Jesus is going to come and catch all of the believers up in the air before things get really bad, that's not taught in the Bible. That's not taught in the Bible anywhere.
There's a couple different ways I've heard the rapture would happen, and nobody really knows, right?
Well,
nobody really knows.
No, I think it's very, very clear in the Bible. There is only one second coming. There are not 2 second comings. In order to posit a pre-tribulation rapture, you have to have a coming, at the beginning of a 7-year period. Some say crypto is the mark of the beast. Yeah, I mean, watch the video that I posted, because I put a link right there where we have a clip from a live stream 6 months ago. You might even see T-Square without glasses on and without his shades on. But look, the mark of the beast in Revelation chapter 13 is knit to worship. You cannot accidentally take the mark of the beast. Revelation 13 is extremely clear. It says that the beast, the Antichrist, will cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their forehead, and he will cause them to bow down and worship the beast and the image of the beast. What does this mean? It means that you do not accidentally take the mark. You take the mark as part of a ceremonial act of worship, where you bow down and worship the most demonized man in human history, who's calling good evil and evil good, and exalts himself to be above God in his mind, and you literally bow down and worship his image. If you do not do that, you do not take the mark. There is no accidentally taking the mark. But one of the books I have behind me right here on my set is A Case for Historic Premillennialism.
Was your wife joking to me?
Huh?
Your wife told me that she goes to the store and buy groceries with her hand.
What?
That's what she said, and I was like, "Are you serious? I can't tell. I barely knew you guys back in January." I was like, "I can't tell if you're messing with me or not."
At Whole Foods. Yeah. At Whole Foods, which is owned by Amazon, you can scan your palm print and.
Thanks for freaking me out.
Hey, it's not for me, but look, it's also not the mark. It's an issue of like, hey, you might want your privacy. You might not want to give your palm print to Amazon, but that's a matter of
You give me a BTC accidentally.
You can give me your right, but look, my point is, when you get into the real study of this stuff, you start to understand that nobody believed in a pre-tribulation rapture before the mid-1800s. And this idea that we're going to have, the rapture on October 6th is nonsense. It's utter nonsense. And the reason why it's nonsense is because all of the early church fathers expected to see the Antichrist before they saw the coming of Jesus.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So I heard this theory. Now, I've never heard this theory before. And I kind of put it in the place of like, it's probably not true. But I couldn't say 100% it was not true. So between the year 500 to the year 1500, somebody's all like, well, what if when they said Jesus was coming soon and the rapture happened, like somewhere in between there, and we're living in the end times, like after the rapture right now. And that's why we can't recollect like the last 1,000 years and the dark times, because it's all been erased. Because it's
the whole point is that there is no rapture, except when Jesus comes to judge the living and the dead once and for all, and those who are alive and remain are caught up to meet him.
That makes me feel better, because I was like,
yeah,
because I couldn't just count that at first. I'm like, I think we're okay. We should be okay.
Look, when you read the New Testament, the second coming is knit to what? It's knit to Jesus ending injustice on the earth forever. Why is the second coming the Christian hope? It's because at the second coming, we're made to be like him, without sin, without darkness in our soul, without a body that falls apart and gets sick and dies, right?
Yeah.
And a world that doesn't have hunger anymore, that doesn't have starving children in North Korea, right? So the second coming, until Jesus comes and makes every wrong thing right in the earth, there is no secret coming before that happens. There is only one second coming. And when Jesus comes to establish his kingdom, from Zechariah 9 says, from the river to the ends of the earth, from Jerusalem to the ends of the earth, when Jesus comes to do that, he also comes to catch up those who believe in the air. But really, that Greek word apenthesis, the word for meet, that will be caught up to meet him in the air, that Greek word was used for a king coming into a city to wage war, and an entourage comes out of the city, comes out of the city to meet the king, and then they follow him into battle. That's the biblical rapture at the second coming, is that those who are joined to Christ by faith are caught up to meet Jesus in the air, not to be taken away, but we're caught up to meet him in the air as he's on his way, Psalm chapter 110, to cut off the heads of kings and fill the valleys with dead bodies. Meaning Kim Jong-un and every tyrant that oppresses people, oppresses the poor and the fatherless and the widow and women and children under their thumbs. Psalm 110 and Isaiah chapter 63 talks about a Jesus in red whose garments are stained with blood because he's coming back to execute judgment. And those who belong to him are caught up to meet him, and we follow him into battle. It's totally different than like the pre-trib rapture nonsense that we're taught. But I don't know, pick up one of these for yourselves and find out. But yeah. Hey, well, this was an interesting show today.
I appreciate it. I like the interesting guys. It keeps it up from being untraditional. Ada, XRP, Jesus, and
that's funny, LT. It's also a little concerning.
that's not Netanyahu, right?
No, LT. He said that his heaven will be unlimited green dildos.
Wait,
unlimited green dildo candles.
Bob BB. Isn't Bob BB Netanyahu?
What comment?
LT.
Where at?
This is Ada, XRP, Jesus, and BB.
Baby and Jesus baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the terminology I hear from Netanyahu all the time? The BB?
Yeah, BB Netanyahu.
Yeah.
Benjamin Netanyahu.
Why do they call him BB?
I don't know. I think his middle name is also B. I don't know why they say that. But I don't know. I've been meaning to look into that myself because it's, Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson and all of the hyper conspiracy.
This is what I don't know, okay? First off, there's a deep state that's global, number one, and we know it's gonna get worse because of revelations. 2, I support Israel. 3, there's a deep state probably also in Israel. 4, I think Benjamin Netanyahu went to college in the U.S.
That's awesome, Shara.
And there was some weird stuff about him and being like, the Iranians are close to nuclear war, and then like 5 years later, Iranians are close to nuclear development, and then 5 years later they're close to nuclear development, and then 5 years later I'm like, that's a little weird, but maybe he's right. I can't disprove what he's saying, but I can't prove what he's saying. I just think it's a little weird.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a whole infrastructure. I'm deep diving. I'm sorry. There's a whole infrastructure that I don't understand, but I can't disprove. But there are America is supposed to be the great country. Well, I could sure tell you right now, there's a deep state in America.
Oh yeah,
150%.
And you know who it is? It's the CIA.
I don't agree with them on 100% of everything. You know, like the whole illegal situation. You know, I feel like if you were born here and you have never had the chance to go anywhere,
right?
And even if you've been here for like 20 years, I think there's a way that we can create a pathway instead of just sorry, you gotta go. There's not 100%. I agree with him on everything. I don't remember where I was going with this.
The deep state is the CIA, by the way.
100% agree. 100 and FBI.
Right. Yeah, and the FBI. You're right. LT. I saw that this morning as well. And what I'll say about that is, I know the market caps are different in different times, but just think about the logic for a minute. Someone could have said that about Solana in 2021 when it ripped, you know, to $80, and people were like, well, it's not worth holding. Look at how much it ripped. Like, look, XRP is definitely worth holding because its value proposition is global banking. Okay? And not only that, XRP, if you go to the chart.
Hey, shout out to 532 and 533 also for subbing.
Hey, thank you guys.
And that really depends on you. Like me, I think there's one good pump for XRP, and then I might look into selling it and put it into something else. But
yeah,
it's all risk versus reward, guys. And me and Travis lined ourselves up pretty well off where we can have lower risk and don't need the rewards.
Yeah. Well, look at XRP on the weekly, like having such a bullish retest off of the 21 moving average. And if you think that this is a
wheels off the show, everybody keeps saying that.
If you think that this is a head and a shoulder, you know, like, look, the RSI is neutral, guys. You know, we can say, oh, it's at $3. It's already had such a pump. We can say that all we want. But RSI is neutral. Like, neutral on the weekly. It has a whole entire pump ahead of it, for sure. You know, and look, if we think that this move right here was one big bull flag, then we've barely started to play out that. We've barely started to play out that flagpole.
That's true. Barely. I don't know if we could even say we started it.
I mean, that's going up to $12.
For what is that?
So, look.
What is that, Trent?
Huh?
What coin is that?
XRP.
Okay. Sometimes I don't know if you could tell, because I know I can't tell on my end, and I don't know how to fix it. I have a hard time viewing the upper left-hand corner of what the coin is.
Oh yeah, I got you. So look, XRP, and I'm saying this as someone who rotated out of most of my XRP already. And look, I've been an XRP army guy for 4 years. Like, but the reality is that I believe in ADA every bit as much as XRP and maybe more philosophically. From a money standpoint, a big part of me still believes in XRP more. But philosophically, I believe in ADA more. And and XRP ran ahead of time. So like I felt compelled to rotate out. And so I'm saying this as someone who is mostly rotated out. Guys, XRP, don't shade it. I'm telling you. Its value proposition is global banking. And $100 trillion market cap. $100 trillion market cap is nothing. Guys, its market cap is comparable to Solana. And I don't know about you, but I think XRP's long-term value proposition is a lot more than Solana, in my opinion. And that's not me being a Solana hater. I'm just saying, like, just think about it. Think about it for a minute. That's all.
Trent, did you see what Daily said? Daily?
Yeah.
I'm never going to be able to get that out of my head now you said daily.
on the daily chart.
Yeah, on the day. I'm going to say that every time now, just to mess with you. But this is what you get for bringing it to my head. Hey, guys, me and Trent appreciate each and every single one of you coming in. We're wrapping up daily. You're great, brother. That cracks me up. Trent's cheeks are rosy. Cheers, brother. Chara says, feels like if you do not do it first, then God will wipe out money. I have a hard enough time with those markets as if Laffy. He did the same thing, putting credit pedestals 15 years ago above him. You got it, dude.
Yeah.
Amelia says, I love unscripted wheels. Chara. I mean, not Chara, but LT. Shout to Chara and LT. And then shout to Chara, the Bible first before my phone and remote control. You got it, bro. Chris, I can't even believe it. You're still here, bro. I love you, man. It was a great meeting you yesterday. I can't wait to meet Frankie. You know, he was a solid character. He helped me understand market cipher and learn how to trade with it. I loved enjoying my conversations with him on the cruise. He really helped push me. Daniel, thank you for the AVAX, man. It's on my radar. I'm in a trade right now on it. I love it. I'm up 9.19% on it. I think it's going to keep going. I'm going to leave it open. I'm going to sleep it open without a stop loss. I don't recommend that. But when you use low enough leverage like I do, it's generally okay.
Yeah.
D, not you. Welcome, brother. I love you. Like a brother. Who else do we got in here? I know we have Real Meta. Love you too, bro. I love you like I love myself, which is just real man love. DCA and Pray, I appreciate you for showing up, bro. You always got our backs, man. You always pop in. You always do. I'm still scrolling, man. You guys are popping in the chat today. Thank you so much. Henry Priscilla, you're a good person. I'm not going to judge you by your name because it's an unusual name I've never heard of. Joe, thank you for
hey, that'll happen, Chris. That'll happen. Brew Crew meetup at Rare Evo 2026 Las Vegas. Let's do it.
Well, you might meet 50% of us because, not everybody believes in meme coins. LT, thanks for showing up. Trading Tuition. Joe, you the man, bro. Of course, I'll be there next time. Pepe, I love seeing you, Pepe. I literally was talking about you. I'm like, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. I wasn't BSing, and I wasn't BSing either about just going, if maybe XRP at $10 and Pepe hasn't launched, I would go all in on Pepe. Hell yeah. Dino, what's up, my dude? Hello from Washington. Wow, dude, we were popping off. Daily, you are my new meme. I'm going to use daily all the time. Calvin, you, sir, are a stud. Muffhead, you are a stud muffin. And I'll keep going. Wow, you guys are really popping off today. I mean, I just love sharing the love. I feel loved. I know Trent feels loved.
Yes,
and,
sir.
We're here. We're not here without you guys. I mean, we need to kind of grow you. I'm not going to lie. But we appreciate each and every single one of you for showing up. And we would do it even if we only had 3 people show up. Or even one person. Because, if I could change one person's life with what God's called me to do, I lived a great life. And on that note, guys, I love the Unscripted too. And we'll be back to tomorrow
Harlem, I have no clue.
at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. And peace. Stay hydrated. And if you haven't, check out the links, guys. Discord, trading, whatever. Deuces. Oh my gosh, Trent. You are a stud.